But there was some here, they should have been locked away and left. They were that evil.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay, but I am feeling like after he said that, it's freaking me out so bad that I almost feel like I'm getting nauseous.
You dreaded every day getting up, coming here, but yet you knew you had to.
What the is that?
That was hard.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Many people believe the West Virginia State Penitentiary to be one of the most haunted prisons on earth.
Oh God, what was that? What was that?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh God, what was that?
I got chills, dude. That sounded just like archers.
I swear something just now touched the back of my leg. It felt like something just touched the back of my leg. Have you ever been touched in here?
What was that? Did you hear that?
I heard something.
I don't know. For some reason, I'm like on edge.
I don't have an explanation for how that could be possible.
That is probably one of the craziest things we've had happen.
Our paranormal quest has brought us back to where it all started for us, the former West Virginia State Penitentiary. This was one of the most violent prisons in the United States, opened in 1866 and opened for 129 years until March 27, 1995. This prison was known for no other reason than being one of the most bloodiest institutions in the country. 998 documented deaths inside this institution after 1920. In the 1960s, the West Virginia Director of Corrections, Robert Sarver, described the West Virginia Penitentiary as an austere, frightening, trauma-producing monstrosity. Ultimately, the West Virginia State Supreme Court determined this institution was in direct violation of the 8th Amendment for cruel and unusual living conditions. With so many years of tragic history and bloodshed within these walls is why many people believe the West Virginia State Penitentiary to be one of the most haunted prisons on earth.
Every day that I work here, I feared for my life. Every day. Every day. I know the one time they tried to poison me with mercury in my coffee. I got lucky. Overheard conversations about trying to take the place, and they was worried about me because they considered me a little crazy, so they figured they'd have to kill me, wouldn't be able to take me hostage. There were decent inmates here that made mistakes, who had to become animalistic to survive here. But there was some here, they should have been locked away and left. They were that evil.
We're back to where it all started, the West Virginia Penitentiary, where we all met, and we're standing in the Sugar Shack right now. Now, one thing that we wanted to mention about this particular location is on September 11th of 2021, we're going to be hosting the West Virginia Penitentiary Paranormal Convention, or Paracon, here at this location. So we're going to be returning here again for that convention. But this is where we all met. This is where we've worked at one point or another, some of us presently, some of us in the past. And, you know, this is a location that always calls us back. One of the most violent prisons in the United States of America.
When I started to work here, the reputation of this prison was one of the most violent prisons in the country. One of the first things I was told, it was also known as Rape City. They estimated somewhere around 70% of every man that walked through that door was raped here. In my tender, the 28 years I worked for the state, I've probably stopped 35 to 40 hangings, brought 4 of them back to life that died. It was a messed up place. Because it was just a normal daily thing here. The fights, the stabbings and stuff like that. Bleachstone in guys' eyes, officers' eyes. Chunks bitten out of people. I mean, one of the strangest feelings You dreaded every day getting up, coming here, but yet you knew you had to.
But one thing that I wanted to mention is that we were shooting B-roll in this room just a little bit ago. And as we were getting ready to walk out through the door, Steve was standing behind me and I thought he reached around and touched my arm, which was very bizarre because it felt like something just almost groped or caressed my arm here as I was carrying the camera that was attached to our slider. I was carrying that out like this and I felt like something grabbed my arm, which was really, really bizarre.
And that was just right here.
The Sugar Shack, a gaming area, had ping pong tables, pool tables, couches, and things like that. The only problem there was no officers were in there when the inmates were in there. It was too dangerous for the officers. They would just make rounds after the place closed to see if there was anything left there. There was two places that I considered the most violent here. It was North Hall and the Psych ward. The Psych ward, because there was only one officer up there, and you averaged somewhere around 35 inmates who were not chained down or strapped in or anything. They just got up and walked around with you. But a lot of violence happened over there. Guys, broken eye sockets, ears ripped off, things like that there was commonplace for the officers to happen to them.
How long's it been since we investigated here for Paranormal Quest?
At least 3 years or something, a couple of years, at least for the four of us.
Yeah.
It's due time, overdue.
When I was working here, the big story was of the Shadow Man. The tower officers would call and they would see him run across the yard and run up the walls and things like that, and we'd have to relieve the tower officers and send them home because they were scared. RD, Robert Daniel Walls. The tower officers would be yelling on the radio that there's someone standing at the top of the stairs going down into the basement. He was an inmate trustee who lived down in the basement, and he took care of the plumbing and the electrical and things like that down in there. Well, he had his ex-lover. They broke up. He kept trying to get Charlie back, but Charlie didn't want nothing to do to him, so him and his new lover, Billy, went down into the basement and they butchered him.
We do want to have Chuck come in and do a session with us here to start the investigation, but it's just going to be us four. We have the building completely to ourselves for the entire night, and that's usually when this place comes alive. And we're really excited to see what activity and evidence we can actually capture inside this building. But yeah, we're going to be doing solo missions. We're going to be each taking our own separate cell block and being alone in that cell block. And when you're isolated, when you're alone, things can get a bit creepy inside this building. So, new wall, I mean, it's kind of crazy. These cells were actually used for the inmates. This was their home. This is where they lived. Everything that they knew in life was here inside these cells. So, and we've had many paranormal experiences here. I mean, Lori, our friend and coworker, she had all of these doors on the first tier slammed shut on their own like someone was operating the controls. And, you know, I've heard whistling in here. We've all heard voices in here. There was that night, Dave, if you remember, years ago, it had to have been seven years ago, we were here, and do you remember when we heard the whistling in this cell block, and we followed the whistling all the way through until we got to the cell that we thought it was coming from, and then there was nobody there.
It's really interesting. And something else here in New Wall is even at times visual sightings. I remember, I think a couple of years ago during a day tour, it was Chuck's tour. One of the people on his tour actually looked up on the second tier of L block, and they said, "Who's that man peering out of the cell?" Well, you know, no man. Come to find out, they seemed solid as you and I. It was a man just kind of peer out of his cell like this, checking him around a little bit on tour.
Now, you get a lot of talking to people, and they talk about how dangerous places like Alcatraz. Alcatraz was a medium-class prison. They had some hardcore guys there, yes, that did easy time compared to what this was. People just don't understand just how violent this place was. They just don't. They never will.
I am really excited to get in here and get started, so.
Hell yeah. 11 acres worth of haunting.
For one of our abandonment angles tonight, we're going to reintroduce the cap from my museum. It actually went to this chair. Both of these items were used for 9 executions here within the West Virginia State Penitentiary. So what we're going to use is the customized device that Ryan and Dave put together, which is a repurposed REM pod, if you will. And this wire will connect the REM pod to this metal device right here. If it can just stay on there. Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
There we go.
There it goes.
All right. Awesome.
Got it. Okay, so we are now inside North Hall cell block. Chuck is here with us, and we are getting ready to tackle North Hall cell block and hopefully talk to some of the many inmates that lost their lives inside one of the most violent areas in the institution. But while we do this, Dave and Steve are currently live streaming to our Discord, which is why they are not here. They're in the Sugar Shack, and they're live streaming to everyone that follows us or is a part of our Discord server. And if you'd like to be a part of the Discord server, all you have to do is either join YouTube membership or join our Patreon, and you get access to the Discord server. So, but for now, it's just gonna be the 3 of us down here in North Hall. If there's anyone down there on B block, and you're still hanging out here, we're gonna walk down there and give you the opportunity to talk to us. Of course, you know all 3 of us were here quite a bit, but also tonight we have Chuck. You probably remember him in various capacities if you were alive when he worked here. What was that?
That was wild.
Sounded like he was behind us here on this wall.
Yeah, don't right back over here again.
In various capacities if you were alive when he worked here. What was that?
That was loud.
Whoa.
Where was that?
That sounded like it was from the upper tiers, didn't
Upper
it?
tier.
There's 4 tiers in here, and that was from one of the top tiers. That was loud.
Whoa.
Where was that?
That sounded like it was from the upper tiers, didn't
Upper
it?
tier.
Who was that made that noise on the upper tiers? We're just here for some conversation. Let me know if that thing spikes, Chuck.
I've been watching it, still Base 1.
Cool. Is that you?
What?
I thought I heard like a mumble from behind, right behind me and between us.
I thought I heard something like that a little bit ago.
I've been watching it, still Base 1.
Is that you?
What? It was again.
It sounded like,
It's behind us.
yeah, like something being drug across the floor.
Hello?
It sounds like heavy movement too. It's not just like little, scrapes or
I can't
shots.
think of his name. The one that was stabbed so many times he bled out in 2.5 minutes, ran off the tier, laid up against the fence.
Rolling fans?
Roland Vance.
Yeah.
He came off the top tier, or upper tiers, I don't know which part of it.
Roland Vance, is that you that we're hearing? What the is that?
That was hard.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Holy.
Roland Vance. What the is that?
That was pretty loud.
That was loud.
Are you banging up there on the upper tiers? That was down here on this end. This was on this side. And you know, we hear all the sounds in here, you know.
Yeah.
We know all the natural creaks and pops and pings of this place, and that is not a sound.
That's a hard hit. That's not the creaking of metal.
I can't recall when I've heard that sound before in here.
Yeah,
That's the sound I get up there in the psych ward.
Yes. Whoa.
awesome.
A side.
It's on A.
Yep.
Thank you very much for that. That was loud again.
Yeah. This was the side that Roland Vance lived on, though, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not quite sure. I don't know.
Yeah. Because that would have been just a few months before you started here.
Just a
right?
few months before I started.
Like Chuck said, it is ironic that this is basically right where he died.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, made it over to the fence. And died right there.
Did you lead us over to where you died, Roland?
Wow.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, now it's back over on the other side.
Yeah.
We never hear those noises in here. Not like that.
Who's making all the knocking sounds that we're hearing?
Chuck has a device which can hear your voice. Can you speak close to him and loud and clear for us?
Are you a convict here? That said something.
Yeah.
Can you tell us your name? Who's the gentleman that's holding that box that you can talk through? Can you say his name? Not being very chatty through that.
Huh?
They're not being very chatty through that.
No, they're not.
Here we are in medical.
The guy that did the blood work in here was an inmate.
What do you do?
He's the one that drew the blood from all the officers that came here to get a job. Well, he was one of them trustees that got to get out and walk to his home and visit his wife and that, and he one day beat his wife to death.
So he's a murderer.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was right in there.
Mm-hmm.
It was right in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they've heard footsteps and stuff like that in there, walking around the machine.
Whoa. What the hell was that?
It sounded like the cells.
Yeah, it sounded like something jostled the cell door. Hello?
The one night, had a screen come out there and a door come flying up out.
Really?
Yeah,
Which one? The
this first one right here.
first one here?
What was that?
That came from behind you here.
I've never. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that, but I saw a light change on this wall.
Right there by the door?
Yeah.
It sounded like thump, thump.
There it is again. There it is.
Come on up here. We hear you over there.
Three minutes of battery left here. All right, so Chuck just left. It is just the four of us inside the West Virginia Penitentiary. And to start the investigation, Jason, Dave, and Steve are going to be going up to the medical floor to investigate there. And they are going to lock me alone inside the boiler room, also known as the hole. Now, this is where they would lock up some inmates back in the early years of the prison's history for punishment. This is also where an inmate named R.D. Wall was viciously murdered back in 1979. And this is thought to be one of the most active hotspots inside the penitentiary. So I'm going to have some time to be trapped in here and think about just how active this space is. So let's go ahead and get this going. I'm officially alone inside the boiler room, or the hole as it's called. And we're gonna see what we can do.
All right, Jason, so we are getting ready to head up to the infirmary. What's your plan of action here? What are we doing?
What do you think? Maybe we go up, all the lights out, and see if we can try to ambush somebody.
Yeah.
Very active up there, as we know, and they're very confrontational upstairs.
Yes, they are.
I think it'll be interesting to see once we get up there. If usually you'll know within the first few moments.
Yeah. All right, I'm here to speak to R.D. Wall. Or anyone who may be locked up down here. R.D., are you here? If you're down here, you're more than welcome to use my energy. You can touch me if you'd like. Whatever you need to do to let me know that you're here.
Heck yeah. Just in time.
Here we go.
Just in time. Guys, you know our names, I'm sure. I'm Jason. This is Dave, Steve. Come on up here.
Whoa.
Here we go. Come on, guys. Come out here. We're going to talk for a minute.
Back in the stairwell.
We're gonna send Red through here. Do you like Red?
What the heck was that?
I've never heard that
That
before.
was a metallic noise. Ooh.
What the heck was that?
I've never heard that
That
before.
was a metallic noise.
I'm officially in the farthest back part of the boiler room, or the hole. This is the room where R.D. Wall was killed. I have a K2 set up right there. I can't really see it, but that other camera can. As well as a cat ball set up right down here in front of me as well. So I don't know if the guys are getting any activity upstairs in the infirmary, but we'll work with what we have down here. Let's do it. Whoa. The cat ball just went off. Oh shit, I got chills. RD? RD Wall, did you just touch that? I didn't move, and you will see in that camera. Like, I'm stomping my foot here. Like, I'm stomping my foot and it's not doing it.
There's a device right here on this chair that you can get energy from. Use it to make some activity up here for us if you can.
Jeez. Whoa.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. That was crazy close.
That was close. Can you do that one more time for us, please?
RD, can you make that go off again for me? Or can you get close to this other thing that's on the floor down here? Also, over there on the ledge, there's a red light. If you get close to it and talk, it'll pick up your voice. Can you say something to it? Also, over there on the ledge, there's a red light. If you get close to it and talk, it'll pick up your voice. If you're trying to sneak up behind me and come through the door, you're more than welcome to, but I just want to talk to you.
Come on out. Where are you hiding at? Whoa. Whoa, the Tesla just went off.
What do you mean?
It's blinking.
Come on, use that energy, make a sound.
That means something is touching the very top,
Oh, wow.
where it's coming into contact with it. Can you feel that? You see what it's doing for you?
Can you go down to the red light and do the same thing there? We've never seen that do that before. Really? So thank you.
If there's anybody out here, you're more than welcome to come into the room with me and have a chat. I can't go anywhere. Just like you all used to be. Just like the punishment they used to inflict on you guys. I'm locked down here in the basement by myself. I'm alone and I can't get out. So if I ever needed someone to talk to, I need someone to talk to now more than ever. What was that? What was that? What was that? Did you make anything move while I was out there? I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be down here by myself, but it's not like I can go anywhere. Kind of at their mercy when they decide they want to come and let me out.
Whoever used the energy from this to make that sound, go use the energy from the red light too.
Whoa. Is that movement back here?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So what we're going to do is we're going to actually unlock one of the psych cells. And Jason's going to go in and spend a little time in there, I think.
Yeah, this is a really interesting cell. These cells have been used to basically keep inmates, they who are dangerous to themselves, keep them in here, kind of like a padded room.
Right.
Have fun.
Here you go.
Okay.
Inside this room that I'm entering now, this is the room actually where the first apparition caught on video in the West Virginia Penitentiary was captured. It was captured in this room here.
You're in here here, you can almost hear an echo to your own breath. It's really disorienting. Hey, I need some help. Can someone let me out of here? I don't know what's going on. Can someone let me out of here? Can someone let me out of here?
All right, it's just Steve and I over here now. You've split us up.
One of us is locked down below in the basement, the whole area, and one's up in Psych ward, confined in one of the Psych cells. So if you don't like the whole two of us thing, you can go talk to one of them.
You know, it really, these types of solo investigations don't really bother me. Most of the time, I am perfectly fine with being alone.
You can hear my voice, make a noise, let me hear you.
What is a little bit unnerving about this is that I could not get out if I wanted to, no matter how aggressive things got, no matter how intense the activity would become.
Can you knock on that door?
I'm locked in. There is no way for me to get through that door with that lock on the outside.
Could have sworn maybe I don't know. There was a change in the light outside there. It wasn't a light on the wall, but as if there was something passing by the window.
We want to give you a voice.
Absolutely. We love history. We love the history of this place, and you all make up the history. What was that?
I thought that was you.
No, that was not me.
I don't know.
We love history. We love the history of this place, and you all make up the history. What was that?
I thought that was you.
No, that was not me.
Hello, is there someone in here with me? Come on, let me hear you.
We're gonna run down there and get Jason out of the confinement cell.
Okay.
Then we go check on Ryan.
Yeah, we should probably go get Ryan. It's been over an hour.
You don't want to talk to you guys. Hey, who's here? You need some help getting out of this cell.
Jason, we're coming in.
Here comes the guys.
That's before we started just blinking on and off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was weird.
So we are getting ready to all four do solo missions. There are 4 housing units that are still here in the West Virginia Penitentiary. We're going to split up between the 4 housing units. Steve is going to go to North Hall. I'm going to be in New Wall Cell Block, mainline population. Dave is going to be in the protective custody, and Jason's going to be in Honor Hall by himself. Now this is interesting because we had some creepy experiences and captured some creepy stuff in Honor Hall a couple years ago when we were just here for work. We were working that night, and we took a recorder down to Honor Hall, and it was bizarre.
It was really bizarre. Like Ryan said, we were the only people in the whole prison. Shortly after we got to Honor Hall, we hear what sounds like this loud slam of door coming from this area far away.
So for him to have painted these images in here when this was Max, was he in Max?
I don't know.
A few seconds later, we hear this noise again. It sounds like someone's moving down south in the prison, getting closer towards us, closing these doors, slamming them.
Man, I'm shaking.
We hear this like 3 times, and then we move over to C block.
It's been a long time since I heard something that loud in here.
Yeah. There was again.
And when we're over on C block, at one point, Ryan asked a question, and moments later, we both heard this sound that, I mean, is it surprising you couldn't feel the floor shake? It was so loud.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Turn the light on. Wow, man, turn that light on.
And needless to say, we just about jumped out of our skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's loud, and it's loud in the recording. It was loud in the moment, so it's going to be really interesting to see what we can pick up on when we are all 4 alone and separated between these cell blocks.
Recording, Dave Solo. Is there anybody in here with me? It's been a while since I've been down here on this block. PC, as it's called. What's your name?
So here I am in Honor Hall. I'm on D block right now, which is the side that faces Jefferson Avenue. And I'm going to spend a few minutes in here. A little bit of a temperature deviation. When the prison closed, this was used for trustees, but over the years, this was actually used for the lockup unit, the segregation unit, as they would call it. Here, this was known as the adjustment center. They said this is where they would bring inmates to have an attitude adjustment.
There's no way I'm going to pretend that I know every single individual who's been in here working or serving time. If any one of you at any point just wants to say their first name, again, I encourage that. I'm curious. We're all curious, my friends and I. We want to know more about you, your life, before and after. Whoa, what was that? I'm not sure if it was just my eyes playing tricks on me. I thought I saw movement.
There's a device here in front of me. If you get close to it, it'll light up. Can you do that for me? There's also one over there on the... It's sitting on the door of cell 19. If you get really close to it, it'll beep and light up as well. It's just so that I know you're here, because I can't see you.
Again, my name is Dave. I'm sure that you've seen me in here before, many, many times. Can you let me know if you're here? I'd be interested to know if you are. That's a weird sound. I'd be interested to know if you are. That's a weird sound.
I'm going over to C block if you want to follow me over.
And we do know and we believe that in a lot of ways the system itself really screwed you guys over. I hear you. I hear you. Make it louder. If you're still bitter, if you're still angry with what the system did, you can let us know and we will convey it to anyone who cares to watch and listen of how upset you are with the way the system treated you.
I've got this really strong feeling that I'm not alone. For some reason, I feel like there's someone in this cell block with me. It's that feeling like someone could walk around the corner at any moment. Whoa. Who's down there? I just saw like a mist down here on the lower tier. That camera's wide enough, it may have gotten it, I don't know. Ooh, I got chills. I have chills all over me right now, like literally head to toe chills. I just saw a white mist walking down here on the first tier.
Does anybody in here know Quilliams? What happened to Officer Quilliams?
Come on, let me hear you guys. Anyone still up? Sound like a little scuff on the floor. Sound like a little scuff on the floor. Hello? Who's moving around down there?
Well, in a few minutes, I'm going to have to go. I want to say if you have communicated by knocking or voicing your opinion, it's much appreciated. And if we can make it out, if we can decipher, if we can hear your message, it will be documented. And people will be able to listen to it. They'll be able to hear your side of your story.
This camera just said buffer overload, could not write data in time, and that it had to recover the files that we've recorded.
Are you serious?
I mean, it did recover it, but recording.
Did anybody bring the S box?
No, I can go up and get it.
Oh God, what was that?
Whoa.
What was that?
Whoa.
God, what was that?
Okay,
What the f was
I had
that?
my camera pointing in your direction.
it's not letting me record files
What
down here.
was that?
I've never seen this.
What was that?
What happened?
That freaked me out. Hang on, what was that?
What is going on?
Something just grabbed my hand.
Well, I had
God,
my
something
camera
just touched
pointing
my
that,
f***ing hand.
I had my camera pointing that direction.
Okay, good.
I don't know. Ryan was right where he was at.
Oh wow, that was creepy.
2 times tonight, someone's gotten touched in the Sugar Shack.
Yeah.
I had
Ryan on the walkthrough. And now Jason.
Off.
I had my hand like right here, and I swear to God, it felt like fingers, like doing that
That's really
on my
weird.
fingers. Whoa, that freaked me out.
That's weird. There's nothing hanging down either.
No,
Sorry about that, but that
no,
was
that's a raw reaction, man.
I'll admit that kind of freaked me a bit.
That's why we're here.
And I got freaked.
All right, I don't know what is going on down here. That was one of the most bizarre turn of events with that camera malfunctioning right in that second, right that split second.
Yeah.
And then him being touched. That was bizarre. Who is down here that just touched Jason? Steve. Is your name Steve, or are you talking about Steve who's standing over there?
That's right. Steve.
May I ask?
Four.
Steve, there's 4 of us. Yes, Steve, there is. Can you tell us your last name, Steve? Thank you. We see that flashing. Do you want to touch me again?
Get out.
Why do you want us to get out?
Steve, if that was you that just told us to get out, could you please say yes?
Steve.
I keep saying Steve over and over again.
Are you trying to get a hold of me? My name's Steve.
Sorry.
What are you sorry about?
Steve.
Steve, you haven't lit up one of these balls in a while. Remember how you were lighting up that ball on the floor? You did it about 3 or 4 times in a row. What was that?
Whoa.
Let's go.
There's someone here.
Yeah.
Let's go. Something just touched my face.
Steve, was that you? Did you just touch Dave?
Is he okay? I'm getting such a weird vibe from him.
Really?
From Jason?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay?
What the heck? My battery just dropped from 2 bars to.
I don't know what's going on. He's got some kind of a weird energy with him.
You're freaking me out, man. Are you serious? Time to take the headphones off.
Dave, take the headphones off for a second.
I did.
Okay.
I was gonna say you're freaking me out.
It's,
And my battery just dropped from 2 bars to like yellow. There's no bars left in mine.
it just dropped that quick.
Yeah, I was at 2 bars. When we started, we were at 53 minutes.
Yeah.
And we've been recording for 19. We're
Yeah.
right at 20 minutes. I just dropped 2 bars to nothing.
Oh my God.
I mean, I can tell you, I feel like I'm flushed. I almost feel like I'm getting lightheaded.
I don't know.
Is it like I'm someone else?
It was starting to get there. It was starting to get there.
This is getting a little freaky.
Yeah.
Because we are not alone.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay, but I am feeling like after he said that, it's freaking me out so bad that I almost feel like I'm getting nauseous. Lightheaded.
Are you near Jason right now?
Remember, a lot of our past experiences in this area, the Sugar Shack, not everything is as it seems. There's been a lot of manipulation in this room.
Steve.
Is your name Steve, or are you talking about our Steve that's standing to my left? Answer me.
Steve. Steve.
Are you affecting me?
I've got chills right now. My arms, my legs, my back, everything. Okay. Battery level I'm not recording. You're what? It just died.
It just died.
It just freaking died. I can't believe that. 2 bars.
Leave.
I'm back on.
Okay. Can you tell us why you don't want us down here, Steve?
Whoa.
What was that? Can you tell us why you don't want us down here, Steve?
Whoa. What was that? Something bad just touched my ear.
Which?
My left ear.
Oh, shit.
It was just very. It didn't feel like a finger.
What?
What? Oh, sorry. Did someone touch my ear?
What?
Why is he saying it like that?
He's not happy, man.
Why do you keep saying Steve? There was something there, I couldn't make it out.
Are you the entity that affected myself and Ryan one night during the haunted house and then tried to get us to fight each other later on that evening in a different building? Yes or no?
I was.
Oh my God. Oh shoot, man.
That gave me chills.
Holy crap. That brought it home.
Yeah.
That
Steve.
brought it. Oh my gosh.
That gave
man.
me chills. There's a lot of backstory to that, guys, but this experience brings back the memories of a decade-old encounter that Steve and I had in the Sugar Shack. As actors for the haunted attraction, we spent hours in this room every night. One evening, in mid-October 2011, we both began to see a shadow lurking around the edges of the room. We felt affected by the energy. Later that night, after work, we joined Dave, Polly, and the rest of Mountaineer Paranormal at a different location. While we were there, I was overcome with an uncontrollable rage that nearly led to a physical fight between Steve and I. If we're in the presence of this same entity, it's important for us to pack up our equipment and leave.
Oh.
At least 75 times.
I can't remember how many times it was. I can't remember.
This has been one of the most intense Spirit Box sessions we have conducted in a long time. Once again, the West Virginia Penitentiary doesn't disappoint. This building was the start of our paranormal quest, and it will always be one of the biggest reasons we search for proof of the paranormal.
A legacy of being so violent, so dangerous, so cruel, that it was given the nickname the Gates to Hell.
And these are the halls that they walked, and that's where we're walking tonight.
Some of the bloodiest walls in a prison that we've ever heard of. What was that? I don't know.
We are about to get absolutely wrecked by some severe thunderstorms.
Yes, we are.
You can come a little closer. Oh!
Wow. If you're mad that they locked you up down here, can you touch that again?
Wow. Oh, I was about to ask it to do that.
Music box just went off. Did you hear that? What did you hear? I don't know, it sounded like a voice.
Dude, I heard a step.
You did?
Yep.
Who? Who's standing right here in front of me?
Everything's going off, man.
Whoa, dude.
What was that? Are you messing with our stuff?
Are you for real? This place is crazy.
Dave, I can't think of a better way to celebrate Halloween here in the mountains of Tennessee than to walk back through this gate and spend the night investigating a place that we have been dreaming about since 2013.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna go right through these gates, and we're gonna go into this prison where some of the most evil people were kept, some of the bloodiest walls in a prison that we've ever heard of.
Yeah, this place has a reputation that precedes it, a legacy of being so violent, so dangerous, so cruel, that it was given the nickname the Gates to Hell. Tonight, for our Halloween special, we are going to investigate the Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. There is so many parts of this prison that I have even had dreams about, that I have just been itching to get in here and investigate. And tonight we're finally here. Tonight we are finally getting a chance to go in here. So in a couple hours when the sun sets, these gates are gonna open and we're gonna go in to see what waits for us inside the cells and halls of Brushy Mountain. Are you ready?
I am absolutely more than ready for this one.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary was built in the shape of a cross to symbolize salvation, but its origins were much more secular. Money. The driving force behind the 19th century incarceration was enslavement. Before the penitentiary was thought of, the state of Tennessee was grappling with the abolition of slavery, so they'd arrest and incarcerate young African American men for the pettiest of crimes, give them unbelievably long sentences, and then lease them to mining camps to mine coal. But this left many career coal miners out of work and without a job. And it was a bloody revolt that saw gunfighting between miners and federal troops sent to protect the inmates incarcerating the camps that would start the process of ending the leasing of inmates. The miners lost the skirmish, but the practice was outlawed shortly after. So the state of Tennessee found a way to put the inmates back to work in the mines by getting into the coal mining business themselves. They purchased this plot of land in Petros, Tennessee, built their own mines here, and Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary was born. In 1896, the prison was made up of wooden housing units of appalling conditions, much like the camps they originally lived in. For inmates, death was around every corner. Dangerous mining conditions, disease, starvation, and even state-sanctioned punishment killed thousands of inmates who were given no other choice but to work for the coal the state would sell to make a profit. For those inmates, this place was truly hell on earth.
All right, it's official, Dave. Night has fallen and we are driving in through the gates. The gates to hell.
Yes, we are.
To the Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. And if this experience wasn't already creepy, we are about to get absolutely wrecked by some severe thunderstorms.
Yes, we are.
And if that doesn't charge things up, I don't know what will.
Here we go.
Here we go. Through the gates of Brushy Mountain.
We're here.
We're inside. We are officially on the compound.
Wow. This is really cool. There it is.
There it is. We've been thinking about this moment for years, and here we are.
Here we are.
Wow. So we're officially inside Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary, and we are getting ready to do a walkthrough of some of the hotspots, some of the areas people have seen paranormal activity, some of the areas where some pretty violent deaths occurred. This place is absolutely intimidating, creepy, but historical. And tonight we have some very special investigators that are going to be joining us. We're going to be joining them. Here with us today we have Kalani Ghost Hunter.
What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing out there? I'm known for live streaming on TikTok, but I met Paranormal Quest at West Virginia Penn, and we've been trying to get something in the works for a while now, so I'm glad that we could figure something out. And I'm from Tennessee, so Brushy is one that I've had on my list for a long time. What's really cool about this place, out of a lot of the other places I've been, is you mention Brushy Mountain, and there's usually already a synonymous quote of that place is haunted or that place is creepy or there's something there. So I'm super excited to see what we get here tonight, especially knowing how dark some of the history is here.
Absolutely. And then also we have his wife, Savannah,
Hello.
right over here.
Gonna try not to pee my pants. I'm a little bit scared.
Savannah's done pretty well, but she said when we pulled up, this place makes her feel a little uneasy.
Usually not too nervous anymore, but for whatever reason, this place is freaking me out a little bit.
It is very intimidating.
Yeah, very.
And then we also have Josh and Kyla back here. Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah, this is.
I'm kind of scared, to be honest with you. I definitely feel like this place is gonna show us some stuff.
This is the first time, like big time, like prison that I've done, so it's a new experience altogether.
So what's interesting is when people go to prison, right, especially a place like Brushy Mountain, there really isn't another route for life for them to go. When they come here, they call it the end of the line for a reason. I mean, this is the final place that people would go in their life. And these are murderers, people that have committed some of the most heinous crimes you can think of, and these are the halls that they walked, and that's where we're walking tonight.
By 1931, it was apparent that they needed a new prison structure. The small wooden buildings held nearly 1,000 inmates, and the living conditions drew comparisons to the Serbian prisons of the Soviet Union. But when it came time, the inmates did the back-breaking work to break apart the sandstone to build the new cross-shaped penitentiary. And by 1934, it was sealed off from the world with stone walls stretching 18 feet towards the sky. This is the Brushy Mountain we see to this day.
And we're not even kidding you whenever we tell you this is the first time we're stepping foot in these buildings. We have not been in here at all.
Yeah, the tour was like 5 minutes because it started pouring down rain, so we just went back. So we've never, this is creepy.
Though coal mining remained the main source of prison labor for more than 50% of the penitentiary's history, the mines were closed in the 1960s, and the prison was reclassified as a maximum security institution. This ushered in a whole new era of violence into Brushy Mountain's history.
28's right over
28's
right over here. Is this what she was talking about? This was James Earl Ray's
final holding cell.
One.
This cell was James Earl Ray's last cell before leaving Brushy Mountain. In 1969, Ray confessed to committing the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And after being given a 99-year sentence, he was brought to Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary because he was a known flight risk. This fortress was known for being one of the most difficult institutions to escape, but that didn't stop Ray.
7 inmates went over the back wall at the Brushy Mountain Prison around 7:30 last night with a makeshift wire ladder. Among them was James Earl Ray, the convicted assassin of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Ray has once again been put on the FBI's 10 most wanted list.
He didn't die here, but this was the last cell that he stayed in. And a lot of people that have come here have gotten in interaction with what they believe to be James Earl Ray. But I kind of think because so many of the entities here know there's people coming here looking for James Earl Ray, that just to get some attention, they'll say they're James Earl Ray. That's what I would probably side with. But, I mean, it's possible that he could be here.
It is.
It's no doubt that James Earl Ray's presence escalated racial violence within Brushy Mountain. On June 5th, 1981, Ray was attacked in the laundry building by multiple other inmates armed with a 12-inch knife made from a window brace. They stabbed Ray 22 times. He had wounds to his face, head, neck, and chest, but ultimately survived. It took 77 stitches and an hour of surgery for the doctors to close the wounds. 8 months later, this tension would erupt again into a violent display that occurred just 2 tiers above our heads.
So this is the floor it happened on?
Yes.
On the 9th of February 1982, 7 white inmates sawed through their bars of their cells to escape onto the 3rd tier. They used homemade knives to take officers hostage and take control of one of the officers' pistols. All of the other cells were still locked. There was nowhere for their victims to go. Using the .25 caliber pistol, 12 to 14 shots were fired into 3 cells. 4 men were shot. 2 of them died.
But it also makes you think the energy, not just the spirits, but the energy trapped in here, because the men that were locked in these cells, some of them literally hiding behind mattresses to keep from being shot by these aggressors. It makes you think the fear that might still be soaked into the walls, along with the spirits of the people that died.
As we're walking this tier where the horrifying murders took place, my camera suddenly stops recording. I know that I didn't stop it, because we always make sure to film these walkthroughs in one long clip. And unfortunately, It took me quite a while to realize that my camera had stopped recording.
Ah, what? Somehow I stopped recording.
Uh-oh.
We'll find out when I stopped recording. Hopefully it wasn't long ago.
This is just the first of many incidents that we are all going to experience tonight.
Get a shot of this. Literally, I had 2 hours of battery left on this.
It just corrupted that whole last file.
Are you for real? This battery just went to 0.
And now that file that we just filmed is going to have to be recovered.
Of our cameras mysteriously malfunctioning.
I'd like to find that hospital.
I think it was the top floor, right?
Yeah.
The darkest spot?
Yeah.
That's where they said that's the only place they've had negative energy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, people have been scratched.
Actually, the hospital's on the same level that we're on now, but we're so lost that we don't even know where we're going. But as we start to ascend the stairs to go to the 4th floor, away from where the hospital is, we all hear something that catches our attention.
And then across, we have to go back outside to get to that D block where they said the death house.
What was that? What was that?
I have no idea.
That's a loud knock.
That was a loud.
That was a bang.
And then across, we have to go back outside to get to that D block where they said the death house.
Whoa.
What was that?
The death house.
Whoa.
What was that?
Dude, that was so
That
loud.
was loud.
That was.
As we all try and follow the sound that we just heard, we round the corner, and sure enough, there's the hospital.
But what are these doors here?
Oh,
what are
yeah.
these cells?
Could they be medical units
They could be.
to isolate people?
We thought we were supposed to go upstairs to find the hospital, and we didn't know this was here. We were looking for this, but it's like as we were getting ready to go upstairs, it led us here
Yeah.
with that sound.
This hospital is going to be of particular interest to us tonight, as our host told us that this hospital is the only place inside the prison that they feel something malevolent resides. It'll be interesting to see what happens when we come back later.
And it was interesting as I was walking up the stairs when we heard that noise. It was almost like, nope, wrong floor, come back.
Right.
It was weird about the timing. I think that's what's even more interesting about it.
Our next place of interest is D Block, dubbed as the New Hole in the 1960s. This was punishment inside the institution. Even when it was first put into operation, the block got a bad reputation in the eyes of the inmates because it was built on the site of the old death house. This is where what little freedom the inmates did have came to die.
So we're getting ready to head into the most violent, deadly section.
Yeah, this was the one that when we did our very brief tour, the tour guide told us that any former inmate that comes back to tour this place refuses to go in this building because of just how violent and how just absolutely depressing it was in here.
The only reprieve from the isolation was a cage where individual recreation took place. Just to walk from their cells to the rec cages, inmates were handcuffed and shackled to prevent any problems. Loneliness, isolation, confinement, chains. This was life in D Block.
Ooh, there's a different vibe in here.
And you have to imagine what it probably would have been like walking through here when there were inmates here. Just not only hurling words and insults at you, but then also gassing them, which was when they would throw urine and feces and just bodily fluids out of the cells at the officers and stuff. You could imagine this would all be issues that they would have in here as the inmates became aggressive and more angry with the officers. This is all stuff they would have to deal with in these types of areas. Even their showers had bars. Was that you?
No.
That was like a solid thud.
I heard it.
Yeah, that was loud enough that it felt like it vibrated.
Hang on, let me make sure. No, that ain't me. This is concrete.
No, that wasn't you. It sounded like it was.
Can you make that sound again, please?
Even their showers had bars. Even their showers had bars. Was that you?
No.
It had bass to it. Whatever it was. There should be another one at the end of this hall, if I'm not mistaken. No?
Like that, yeah. On the
Yeah,
wall.
that's what it sounded like, but just not by us. It was... Wow. That's what it had, that bass to it.
Despite how horrifying things were in D Block, what it replaced made this feel like summer camp.
Oh, wow.
In the basement of the laundry building, there are 4 cells with a thick steel door. There were no lights, so complete darkness covered the cells at all times. Physical torture was routinely implemented, and men went mad.
Tied by their thumbs to pulley cords, hanging from the ceiling, toes barely touching for up to 30 minutes. They made it a little bit bigger, though, in 33 to 4 by 8 by 10.
Just the energy in here. As soon as I looked down this hallway, it was like I could feel that
Yeah.
that anxiety.
Yes.
That trapped. Like I was trapped.
Can't even fit through the door.
That's small. I'm like, I have to, we gotta. That's pretty small.
That is tiny.
These inmates were physically trapped in these cells with only their minds to keep them from going mad.
Ooh, scratching tally marks on the wall. No heat, no AC. They would lose their vision within days.
We have no doubt that energy has soaked into these walls, and someone will be waiting for us down here tonight. It's no secret that exercise areas are dangerous parts of any prison. Attacks are always carried out in the moments that would be most brutal and efficient. Plus, it's an easy place for inmates to gather if they wanted to plan to start a riot.
So they had a planned takeover here. And I guess before they could execute their plan, they had a makeshift plywood door, and guards busted in and lined everybody up against the wall.
It really makes you think about how close at any given point in time, how close these inmates were to starting a riot, and how easily they can take over.
In total, the casualties of Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary are said to number somewhere over 10,000. Mining accidents, disease, and violence are just the tip of the iceberg for this deadly place.
A lot of the problems with Brushy is they were kind of understaffed, and that's part of why they went out of business, right? Because a lot of these prisons require funding from the state, and the reason why Brushy closed in 09 was there's another one about 20 miles down the road, and they decided to upgrade that one instead of keeping Brushy open. So if they would have decided the other direction, we would not be standing here on a paranormal investigation.
Yeah.
The history of this prison speaks for itself. It was the end of the line for so many men who were unfortunate enough to find themselves here. And though some found redemption, for others, the cells of Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary truly were the gates to hell.
All right, so we are officially in night vision. We are starting off the investigation separate. We are taking 3 different parts of the building that are far away from each other so we won't hear each other. This place is big enough. There's no way we're going to be contaminated. Josh and Kyla went over to the gymnasium, and Kalani and Savannah are going to be going to death row in the hospital over here. We're in our own building here in D Block, so this is where the most violent inmates were and where some of the most severe solitary confinement was in the later years. So I'm excited for this one.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
If you'd like to watch this first session from the perspective of Kalani and Savannah, or Josh and Kyla, you can find it over on their YouTube channels, Kalani Ghost Hunter and Hauntings with Hodge.
All right. Man, you can feel it just coming to the threshold of the door here. You can feel the energy in this place.
Yeah.
For now, we're going to focus on our investigation of D Block, where the most violent of Brushy Mountain's inmates were kept.
Oh, you know what we didn't do? Put batteries in these damn headphones.
Whoa. Mel's
Something
going
just
on.
hit. Mel just went. Here, you do that. I gotta go run and get batteries.
Okay.
For these headphones.
Hello, is there somebody here with me? Are you upset that I'm here? I do not like the feeling in here, you guys. Is there somebody in here with me? Somebody was making that device go off over there. Can you do that again for me?
Right now, to get into this session as fast as we can, I am actually wearing a set of headphones called the Lucid headphones by Lucid Audio. These headphones are amplification headphones. They have microphones built into it. And we have discovered that when we wear these headphones, you can hear different frequencies. When we first turned these headphones on and tested them out in our home, you could actually hear the frequency coming from the Wi-Fi router. So that to me says that there may be more capabilities to capture voices at different frequencies that our ears can't hear. I'm running an audio output from the headphones into a digital voice recorder, so anything I hear, you all are going to be able to hear as well. And we want to thank Adelaide's Haunted Horizons for sending us these headphones and for allowing us to have them and use them to see what we can capture. Is there someone here with us? What happened?
Something just touched the back of my head right there. It's like pulled on the hair on the back of my head. Did you just pull on my hair? Make yourself known.
Just a little bit ago, someone touched that box that's sitting in the doorway there. We also have one down here that has bright red light. Both of them you can touch. Both of them you can make the lights turn on and sound make noise. And then you can come stand next to me and speak right beside my head so that I can hear about you and your story.
You want to go down this way a little bit?
Yeah. If there's anything that you want to knock over to let us know that you're here, feel free to throw things.
Can you make a sound and let us know where you're at? What did you do to get put in here? Who did you hurt?
I heard that. That was a man's voice.
If you can hear me, sir, can you please walk up to this red light in the doorway and try and make it turn on? Just try and touch it. Something's about to happen.
You feel it building up?
How many years did you spend in here?
I heard that.
Come on down that hallway and touch that red light right there. I know you're over there, I can feel it.
We heard the death house used to sit right here where this building is. So it used to be the death house, and now it's where they put the worst troublemakers to lock you down and lock you up. Which one are you? I wonder if this being right here, that camera can even see that. I'm going to move the REM pod back over so that the camera can see it. The action cam down there. If you see us walking by, yell out and speak to me.
What was that? I don't know.
Something just slammed.
What was that? I don't know.
Who's slamming stuff? Anybody in here want to start a riot? Anyone want to start an uprising? We heard a story that the Brushy Mountain convicts were the meanest and baddest convicts that there ever were. That this was the end of the line. Can you show us what you're capable of?
Coming around this corner here. See this right here? That's all you have to do. What time you got?
11:38, we got 20 minutes.
Okay. You want to do a ghost box? Or a ghost tube?
Yeah, where do you want to set it?
Sweep.
This hallway? Or you want to sweep it?
Now I want you to use this thing to communicate with us. Just come through and talk to us. Can you tell us your name?
I need to go.
Where do you need to go? Do you know that you're dead? Did you kill somebody to get put in here? If there are any spirits in here right now of inmates who killed somebody in this prison, go down there and make that red light go off. If you killed somebody, I want you to make that red light alarm down there. Just touch it. You were proud of that in here, I'm sure. So show us.
Is there anyone here that took part in that awful killing? Upstairs, they called it the hostage shooting. I thought I heard something right there.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in here who took part in that despicable event? We're coming down this way.
Seems like nothing but a bunch of cowards in this block. We're here in your house, and you can't even come out and defend it.
Whoa, dude.
What?
Get a shot of this. Literally, I had 2 hours of battery left on this. It just dropped to nothing. Out of nowhere. Did you just take all that from my camera?
We're gonna be the new guys on the block. We're gonna take this house over. And you're gonna listen to every single thing we tell you to do.
My friend here's a little aggressive. What if I just asked you if you wanted a smoke?
Matthew.
Anybody in here want to smoke? Camera dead. Did you take all the power from my camera? This is brand new. We haven't even been in here for a half an hour. EDI just went off.
Come on down here and talk to us.
Besides my camera battery being drained.
Whoa, dude.
What?
Get a shot of this. Literally, I had 2 hours of battery left on this. The loud slamming sound we heard. And the millimeter alarming. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Put batteries in these damn headphones.
Whoa. Mel's
going on. Mel just went. We've had a pretty quiet session here in D Block, so it's time to meet back up and try something different.
Okay, guys, so to introduce a little bit of chance into this investigation, this next session we're about to do is going to be similar to how we started the night in pairs, but we're kind of randomizing the pairs a little bit. Now, the girls are going to be together because we all thought it'd be a good idea to send 2 women off on their own inside of this prison complex, because if there is an entity here, they're probably going to want to interact with them more than us, just being honest. But the rest of us, we're going to flip a coin and see kind of who goes where. So I'll flip first, and we'll see. I got heads. Okay, Josh, flip and see what you get here. You got tails. Perfect. That lines up good. All right, Ryan. All right, it's been decided.
I'm going with Josh.
Ryan's going with Josh. I'm going with Dave, and the 2 girls are gonna be together.
Alrighty.
Now that we have our teams, Dave and Kalani will go up to the hospital, since Savannah and Kalani didn't make it up there on their first session. Josh and I are going to the hole, where isolation and torture were used as punishment. And Savannah and Kyla will go to D Block to see if they have better luck than Dave and I. We'll be focusing on the hospital and the hole. If you want to see Savannah and Kyla's session, you can find them on the Kalani Ghost Hunter and Hauntings with Hodge channels. All right, so Josh and I are headed down into the basement of the laundry building. This is where the old hole was, where some of the most brutal treatment of the inmates actually was carried out. So I'm excited to get down here and see what happens.
All right, so we're walking into the only part of this entire prison complex that our tour guides actually said there was something negative.
This is, I believe, where we heard that noise earlier.
Yeah.
And then across, we have to go back outside to get to that D block where they said the death house.
Whoa.
What was that? We thought we were supposed to go upstairs to find the hospital, and we didn't know this was here. We were looking for this, but it's like as we were getting ready to go upstairs, it led us here.
Yeah.
With that sound.
Do you guys have one of these?
No, not even familiar with
They're
it.
really cool once I get them straightened out and they're not glitching off each other. It's like having 12 K2 meters on a strand.
Oh, wow.
So they each activate independently. So they're really good for doorways, hallways, anywhere that something would have walked. But they will pick up EMF.
I'm coming in. It's interesting. Whoa. Mel meter was just going off. If you're mad that they locked you up down here, can you touch that again? Wow. Thank you. Can you step away from that, please, and come down here and set off the music again? It's going up to like orange. Wow. It just maxed it out.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Now it's just quiet
Yeah.
altogether.
We don't mean you any harm or disrespect. We'd just like to communicate with you.
Whoa.
Oh, the whole line just lit.
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, thank you for doing that for us. If you were a patient here, can you make one of our devices go off? It's picking something up.
Yeah.
Something's coming close.
Whoa.
Coming closer to us.
Oh, yeah.
The device Kalani has set down beside the EMF tripwire is an ultrasonic motion sensor and can not only detect motion, but the distance at which the motion occurs.
I'll move that bag. Oh, hey, whoa.
I see
we
that.
got light flashing to yellow.
I see that.
Can you come a little bit closer to us? I'm going to switch off infrared so you guys can see that color there.
All right, Kalani, I'm going to set my camera right here on this music box and actually go grab my other camera.
Okay.
Whoa. That's me.
Dude, it just zapped my battery.
Really?
Yeah, and now it says memory card full and we still had like 20 minutes.
Holy crap. Still, that one's still going off. It's me passing through.
It just corrupted that whole last file.
Are you serious?
Look.
Dude, what? That sucks.
At this point in the night, my camera unexplainably stopped recording on the walkthrough. Our camera battery unexplainably died in D block, and now Kalani's camera battery is drained, and the file is mysteriously corrupted. Luckily, his camera's built-in recovery feature was able to repair the file, but it seems something about the energy of this place is wreaking havoc on our cameras, and it won't be the last time this happens tonight.
Oh, we got it back. Thank you, Canon. That's weird.
Whoa.
I want to know what was up with this.
The music box going off?
Yeah, and it's positioned like taller than me right now, I think, even.
Whoa.
No, wait.
No, it's pointed the other direction, man.
It was like that one off, then that, but now that's going.
Right.
Did they like walk out and just kind of like leave?
Maybe.
Any chance you could come back in here?
Do you want to try Spirit Box? If there's anyone here in the hole that's locked up and needs to get out, I have a box in my hand. Come through and talk to us. Let us know that you're here.
Did anyone tell us what they did to you down here?
Just a few minutes ago, Josh saw you light up that music box in there. You stand in front of it and it'll play a tune. That's how it works. Can you do that for us? Try and get as close to me as you can and see if you can speak through this box.
Okay. Did you die in this prison? We got a response right when I asked that with a tripwire, 2 last nodes. So you passed away here. Is there something negative in this area? Something darker? No way!
What?
It spelled out hat.
You like Kalani's hat? Whoa, something went off here when I said that. By the way, my name is Dave, and this is Kalani in the hat. Tripwire.
It spelled out the word hat. Now the way this device works is it'll tell us why it's being set off. So it's picking up mag EMF and it registers as mag. So it literally spelled out the word hat. So something has to select each letter.
Okay.
So it's not like a word bank or a dictionary where it spits out a word. Something has to select each letter to spell out whatever it's trying to spell.
Wow.
So it spelled out hat. Wow. I've only had it really work well one other scenario.
It's pretty impressive.
Do you like my hat?
I'm gonna leave this camera sit right here on the music box because like Josh said, if we go out there and walk away and this music box starts going off, it's gonna be very interesting. Let me show you how this works. Can you do this for us? Just like that. We're gonna walk out here and give you some space. Are there any convicts here that ended up getting locked down in the hole? Music box just went off again.
The slightest bit. I was just going to ask them what types of punishment they did.
Yeah.
Just to get more into that, because I mean that's recorded, but who knows what they could get away with.
Right. Behind closed doors in a dark basement, who knows what they did to him? What did they do to you down there? My name's Ryan and this is Josh and we are here to talk to you. Can you come out and just let us know you're here somehow? You've been touching this stuff, but can you speak to us?
You were definitely interacting with this device on the ground. And we heard music playing from in there. I'm sure being stuck down here and tortured even, music would be kind of like an escape. Something to kind of let you forget any pain you went through.
I hear the train a-comin'. It's rolling round the bend.
Kalani tries to incite activity by singing Johnny Cash's Folsom Prison Blues. And for copyright reasons, we can't play his full performance. But as soon as he finishes singing, both he and Dave hear something approaching.
On down to San Antonio.
What
was that? On down to San Antonio. What was that? On down to San Antonio. What was that?
Did you like that song he was singing? Would you like him to sing another song? If you do, light one of these up.
Dude, I'm getting like the sense that somebody's like watching me in this hallway.
I believe it, because I'm getting the same vibe in here.
It's pretty active in here.
It is. Yes, it is.
Okay, I was about to ask it to do that.
Whoa.
Can you make that whole line light up again for us, please? Just start from that end and run straight towards us. On the count of 3. No, not yet. 1, 2, 3. Run towards us. Keep coming. Wow. Something's interacting.
Yeah. Something's definitely in this.
It's in that little like cubby hole right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they're scared to come over towards us.
Are you a nurse or a doctor? We're not inmates. We're not going to hurt anybody.
Don't be afraid to show yourself. We're just here to give you a voice to tell your story. Why are you still here? I bet if you worked here, you had to put up with a lot of stuff. And I respect you for that. That's not an easy job outside of prison, and I can't imagine how hard it would be in prison.
So weird. Got nothing on the spirit box. Seems like someone was interacting with us, but just not vocally. Let's try and put it right here. We brought you another light up toy. Really? Huh? Yeah.
I walked in here, as soon as I walked in there, it was like, beep, beep, beep.
It just went off.
Like 3 consecutive.
Do you not want Josh to go in that cell?
I'm gonna do it again. Oh.
Whoa.
Can I go in?
If you don't want him in there, light it up again.
Oh. Seriously?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna come out of the cell again. Is that better? Why would you not want me to get it though?
Could be a warning. Could be.
Do you not want me to get punished? Are you trying to warn me?
I bet everyone that was in this prison was innocent, right? Bet if we interviewed all of you prisoners, you'd all tell us how innocent you were. Is that right? One of you must have zapped my battery, because our battery is down low now. What are you using that energy for? Are you using it to communicate with these devices? Tripwire went off.
Yeah, that's the first time in a minute.
It would be one thing if it was just one device consistently going off. But I mean, we've got music box.
Yeah.
You hear it?
Yeah.
You can come a little closer. You don't have to be afraid. Oh!
Wow.
Come a little bit closer. You don't have to be afraid of us. I'm not going to hurt you. Can you come touch my hand? Come touch my hand. Here, I'll get down here. I don't know if you're a child, because there's children here at one point. But you don't have to be afraid of me. I'm not here to intimidate you. Can you set this off on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Make that play.
Can you try the music one more time for us? We're really sorry that that happened to you, that you were treated that way, and that you were forced into punishments that were inhumane. Doesn't matter what crime you committed, you should have never had to endure what they put you through. You should have never had to have endured being strung up to the ceiling from your thumbs, or any of the other horrific things that they put you through here.
I want you to see how many of these you can make go off at the same time when I count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2.
Dude, I heard a step.
You did?
Yep, I heard a step. It was like a scuffle. course, my thing's dying. Of course.
What's that?
My camera.
Oh yeah, mine's about dead too.
I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds to say something through this box if you want to speak to us. Then I'm gonna turn it off and we're gonna start packing up.
Are you ready to hear finally?
That's interesting.
Hi. Were you sitting down or were you starting to annoy you? Did you make that go off again? Just wave at us, tell us to get out. Okay, I will.
Wow.
I will respect that.
Notice the music box is pointing away from Josh.
Yeah, no, I was in the corner and it's still going. Okay? Thank you, though.
Who's in there? Wow.
Their space. Yeah, I apologize.
Whoa. Everything's going off, man.
Are there two of you? Have you come back from your break?
That was not water.
That was metallic.
Yeah. Like we can hear the water dripping, you guys. We can hear the water dripping, but we're hearing sounds amongst those sounds.
Especially the metallic ones. Water's not going to do that.
No. Were you an inmate here? Are you an inmate here? Whoa.
Yeah, I'm going to take that as a yes.
Wow. Did somebody hurt you and you got sent here and you died here? Whoa.
Ooh.
The doors are open. You can come out here into the hallway and you can walk around in this room over here. You're not confined to these cells anymore. And now it just stopped.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to go meet back up with everyone else now and see what they got. We want to thank you for coming out and speaking to us. And we'll be around if you want to come find us again. We'll be somewhere else here at the penitentiary.
Okay, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end this clip because this battery is dead.
Yeah, I'm out of battery. He's out of battery. We're all out of battery.
So let's do like a mini abandonment.
Yeah, just leave that there?
Yeah, go down and grab some batteries.
Sounds good.
Turn my
You're
extender
gonna have to
off.
use your.
Yeah. All right, guys.
We're leaving the room. You'll hear us exit once the music box stops playing. We're out of the hallway.
It doesn't take long for the equipment in the hospital to start triggering. Less than 2 minutes after Dave and Kalani leave, the EMF tripwire triggers at the closest node. Then, the second to last node at the same intensity, followed immediately by the ultrasonic motion sensor going off, as if whatever just walked down the tripwire passed in front of it. Moments later it happens again, but this time, the motion sensor alarmed first, then the tripwire. Then the two alarmed at the same time. Using the order of the nodes on the tripwire and the motion sensor, we can track the movements. And from this point on, it perfectly alternates. Away from the camera, towards the camera.
away from the camera, and towards the camera again, but this time followed by a loud sound. It appears there might be some energy in this hospital that keeps pacing back and forth. At least that's what the equipment is telling us. We are going back inside the laundry building downstairs. Josh and I had some interesting luck with the equipment down in the hole. And I know that was an area you also wanted to go. So we decided that since we were getting so much activity down there, we would grab the SLS camera, which uses structured light sensors to map shapes. If something that is a human shape pops up on screen, it'll map it with a stick figure mapping. And if there's nothing there shaped like a human, it could possibly be paranormal. So it's just another tool for us to use to help corroborate the evidence that we're getting. So
Yes.
that's interesting. Oh.
What?
Something just popped up right there. I think it was like up on the wall over top of the doorway. That was interesting.
Is there somebody in here with us?
Gabriel.
Gabriel?
That was water.
Okay. Well, Gabriel, if you want to follow us, we're going to go downstairs.
Man, this place is so creepy.
Yeah. I'm going to put it on the floor. All right, to anyone that's down here in this basement, I've come back, and this time I brought Dave with me. This is my friend Dave. Whoever was down here earlier, making the lights light up, making the music play, we brought some of those same toys back for you. I also brought a little box that you can use in my hand over here. Put that right in front of this one.
Whoa.
You remember that thing, huh? I also have a camera here that'll let me see you. If you stand in the doorway to your cell, I might be able to see you.
Was this torture in here for you? Show us where you are. Are you for real?
What?
This battery just went to 0.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the second one that's happened. That's the second one that's done that tonight.
I know.
Just like that, another camera battery is drained. This is a completely different camera and a completely different battery than the other one that was drained in D block. So Dave decides to run back to base camp to get another battery. When he hands me the camera to point toward the REM pod, a message pops up on the screen saying that the whole file that we just recorded was corrupted.
Did it just die?
Hit okay.
Execute?
Yeah. What does it say?
Please connect AC adapter. Let me take it over there and plug it in.
I was able to repair the file on the card a few days later using a recovery program, but this night just keeps getting stranger. 4 separate cameras, 4 separate batteries, 6 total malfunctions, including 3 mysteriously drained batteries, 2 file corruptions, and a recording error. We have never been anywhere on our 12 years on this paranormal quest that has had this many unexplained camera errors. It seems the energy or spirits of Brushy Mountain Penitentiary are interfering with all of our cameras. So we just had a bit of a mishap here that we can't really explain. I mean, We already had one battery when we were in D block be absolutely drained earlier. And now that's another battery, the second battery that we've had tonight that has dropped from over an hour's worth of time of battery life down to just nothing. So also, after it dropped down to 0, the camera somehow malfunctioned, and now that file that we just filmed is going to have to be recovered. I'm sure I'll be able to recover it, but it's very strange, it's very bizarre, because that's the second time tonight that we've had battery drain, and then that's also a very severe equipment error that we don't get. Are you messing with our stuff? If you took all that energy from that camera, from that battery, to show us that you're here, can you make something go off?
More.
More. You need more energy? You can use my energy if you want. I said I want to do a solo down here in the hole, and guess what? I'm getting my wish. Is that what you wanted? You wanted me to be in here alone? Now's your chance. Whatever you wanted to do, let's see it. Can you show up in front of me?
I'm on my way back over to the hole to meet back up with Ryan. This is the second time tonight we've had a battery go from full to drained. This place is crazy.
What did you do for them to lock you up down here? Okay, Dave's back. We're here to try and show the world that you can still talk to us after you've passed on. That there's more to life than what we know and what we can see and what we can hear, and that there is a possibility that we live on, our consciousness lives on, or at least our energy lives on. There it is again. We've officially hit the gates to hell.
That's right.
The temperature's dropping. Ooh.
Did you get something?
Yeah, that's weird. Who's standing right here in front of me? The temperature's going down. It's down to 66.4, but I was up to 67.5 a little bit ago. And there's a figure standing right beside. If that's you in this, can you touch that? Try and pick it up or knock it off. It's right there to your right.
No thanks.
You don't have to if you don't want to. Can you leave? Do you have to stay down here? Are you trapped inside these cells?
How long did you have to spend down here? Did you hear that?
What did you hear?
Oh, it sounded like a voice.
Dave's camera audio captured the voice he heard, and it sounds almost electronic, but appears to be calling out for help.
Did you hear that? What did you hear? I don't know, it sounded like a voice.
This is a sad moment. Had we understood what the voice was saying in the moment, we would have tried to help. And the next thing the ghost tube says would have made a lot more sense.
Open.
Open. Yeah, the doors are open. Did you know that? You don't have to stay in there. The doors are already open. Come on out into the hallway.
This just adds, to the validity of what you and Josh were having happen earlier.
Right. Yeah, you're right though. It just it adds validity to what, like you said, because since we came in here, nothing has gone off, and Josh and I had every piece of equipment that we set up go off.
I'll be interested to see if, when they went back up to the hospital area, if they had stuff go off or not.
So, Kalani's got his SLS camera there. We are going to head up to the 3rd floor. This is...
That's a trash can.
That was my nickname in high school.
Your nickname was Trash Can?
Yes.
So, Kalani's got his SLS camera. We're going to go ahead and run up to the 3rd floor really fast. We only have about 30 minutes left before we have to be out of here. So, we are going to do the hostage shooting area because it's an area that no one has investigated tonight, and it is in a very...
It's supposed to be active.
Dave just fell down.
So sorry. Okay.
There's a hole
hold on.
there.
Don't point at me.
Okay. All right, so we are getting ready to go up to the 3rd floor hostage shooting area. These are a part of the cell block where there was a very tragic incident where some inmates took some of the officers' guns and ended up shooting and killing 2 inmates and wounding others up there. So we haven't been up there yet. We only have about 30 minutes before we have to be out. So we're going to do this really quick and see what we can get up there. So you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
My name's Kalani. That was me moving. I don't mean you any harm, and neither does anybody else in here. We would just like to get a bit of your story if you'd like to share it with us. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and if you'd like to answer, now would be a great time for us to hear your story. So if there's anyone from the hostage shooting that would like to come forward and communicate, I invite you to do so now. What's that?
Water.
Oh, okay.
Just said PQ.
Talking to you.
Did it really?
It did. The envoy spells out words.
Yeah, so it does energy, temperature variance, and touch.
Energy, temperature variance, and touch, and then it uses that to choose letters that it spells out.
Yeah, so the best way to describe it's like a digital Ouija board, but there is no human influence on it.
Right.
We had the word hat come through. So there's nothing pre-programmed in it. It has to all be spelled out letter by letter.
Gotcha.
Okay, here we go. Starting EVP. If there's anybody here from the hostage shooting, can you come to this device in my hand and say hello? My name's Kalani. What's your name? If you were a victim of the hostage shooting, can you tell me what caliber the gun was? If there's anybody here from the hostage shooting, can you come to this device in my hand and say hello? Water's so loud.
Yeah, it is.
My name's Kalani. What's your name? Can you make a loud, audible noise in this building for us? Is that us?
I think that's water.
If you were a victim of the hostage shooting, can you tell me what caliber the gun was?
You were pointing that way, weren't you?
I didn't hear anything.
With the live EVP session unsuccessful, Kalani suggests that we try an Estes Method Spirit Box session. Now normally we would record the Spirit Box audio so you can listen too, but with only 15 minutes left in our investigation, we don't have time to go back to base camp to get the necessary cords to connect a recorder to the Spirit Box. So we'll just have to wait to hear what Kyla calls out.
She's good?
Okay. Is there any entity that would like to come forward and communicate with us tonight? If so, there's a girl with headphones on her head, and you can speak through that box in her hand. Can you come and speak with us tonight? Were you a part of the hostage shooting on this floor?
Was there a battle going on inside this prison?
What did you think about James Earl Ray?
Sounded like it said bitch.
Okay. Understandable. So you weren't a fan of James Earl Ray?
Was it depressing staying in here? How do you feel to have 2 women in the prison? I'm sure you didn't get to see women at all whenever you were here.
It's like the activity's like completely dead. Which this is similar to pretty much everywhere else I go. You'll get that good period of just that good wave of energy, and then it's just...
Yep. As time goes on, the night goes on, it just dies.
Are you tired? Are you out of energy?
Sound like it said water.
Do you hear the water? Or is that where you get your energies from water?
Did you ever make it out of here? Even the energy feels dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't really feel like there's much.
Let me ask you this. Do you stay here because you want to, or do you stay here because you're trapped?
I heard something over here. That was not water. It sounded like a physical step. Are you still over in the hospital area?
Like all of my hair on my left side of my body is like raising.
How much time do we have? Here, you come with me to the hospital.
It's 3:30.
Yeah, we got 9 minutes. Let's go over here real quick.
Okay.
You guys stay over there and keep asking questions.
Standing next to her.
Kalani and I are going over here.
Can you tell us how many of us are standing here?
Okay. You got us alone back here. We're alone right now. Can you give us a sign that you can hear us?
Is this where your life ended? Did you never get to go home?
Is there a reason you stay in the hospital? Is this where you took your last breath?
If you're here with us, can you just gently tap her on the shoulder? You can't hurt her, but just gently tap her on the shoulder.
Were you stabbed?
Which one of these cells was yours? Which number?
Help.
You can come forward and touch me, kick me, scratch me, bite me. Do whatever you want. If you'd like to leave me a big scratch before I leave, that'd be pretty cool.
How can we help you?
I'm not afraid. I'm asking for you to show yourself and give us a sign that you can hear us.
We're getting ready to leave here in a few minutes. Can you say goodbye to us?
If you were alive today, what would be your final statement, quote, idea, thought? Tell us right now. Look, there's something in that hallway.
Yeah, I literally just felt like there was someone standing behind me there. As I was standing there filming Kalani, I kind of turned around and I got this overwhelming feeling that there was something standing back here behind me. But
Getting like a super cold chill like behind my legs.
Are you?
Yeah.
If you're down this hallway here, there's like 5 different things that you can trigger to go off down through there. Can you do that for us?
I don't know, I have like this weird like emotional thing now. Like I got a little teary-eyed, which the way I react to EMF, usually the higher it gets, it almost like builds up in my body, and then if it's really high, I cry and then I get tears. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I have a little teary-eyed, which is weird because I asked, you know, can you do something to me?
Yeah, give us a sign through you before we left.
And it's like a very emotional feeling, and it hasn't happened in a while.
Even though this final session on the 3rd tier was almost uneventful, we still believe that we captured evidence here tonight.
Okay, I was about to ask it to do that.
If you're mad that they locked you up down here, can you touch that again?
That the inmates of Brushy Mountain Penitentiary are still here, serving an eternal sentence.
You can come a little closer. You don't have to be afraid. Oh!
Wow. For so many men, stepping through the gates of this prison was the beginning of their own hell on earth.
Okay, I will.
Who's in there?
And for those unfortunate enough to die here, their torment didn't end. In death, unable to leave, just as they were in life, within these stone walls, they await their next visitors.
You know, he said when he would come in there that, you know, you could feel like an evil pall over the whole facility.
The energy right here is freaking crazy. Every hair on my body is standing up.
This is so massive. I mean, 36 acres, 40 buildings, and we have exclusive access.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh god.
I've got pins and needles right now.
That's nuts. It started out as a tuberculosis hospital that they called the SAN. And then after that, they turned this building into a state hospital for the mentally ill. And then a medium security prison.
Hello there. I got the moments. I didn't have to fly off.
Whoa. What did
I just felt
What you got? Did you feel that?
Yeah.
You could just feel the evil in the place.
Guys, we are going to be spending the night in probably one of the most interesting locations that we've ever investigated.
Yeah.
And the thing that's going to make this location so interesting is we've investigated prisons before. We've investigated tuberculosis, sanatoriums before, and we've investigated mental hospitals before. But tonight, this building is all 3 of those in one.
Oh yeah. It's like the full spectrum.
It is.
The holy grail of investigation locations.
One of the coolest things I think about this investigation is they literally just opened up for paranormal investigations.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
We're within the first few groups that have ever investigated this location.
Yeah, we are.
Tonight, we're going to be spending the night at SCI Crescent. I'm really excited to see what we can actually capture tonight.
All right, we are turning right onto Correction Road.
Got the same goose. Oh wow, here we are.
Here we go,
Here it
guys. Oh, wait. I think I see it.
Oh, there's some
it
big
is.
buildings. I see it.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, my God. There it is.
Wow.
This is kind of crazy.
Gorgeous.
Look at this. Guys. We are officially entering the first gate at Crescent State Prison.
This is nuts, you guys.
It's official.
Oof.
I mean, look at all of these different buildings all over this property. It's just crazy.
And they just literally said we have all but pretty much one access to.
Yeah.
All but one of the buildings.
We're getting unprecedented access to everything on this compound, which is so cool.
So guys, here we are. We are inside the compound at SCI Crescent. This is so massive. I mean, 36 acres, 40 buildings, and we have exclusive access to all of this ourselves. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy because when we got here, they said all of the buildings are unlocked. And they basically said, go into whichever ones you want to go into. So all of these 36 acres, it is literally just an entire mountaintop of possible paranormal activity.
I mean, just as soon as we crossed the threshold of the property, like the entire atmosphere just changed.
Yes.
I really think that once nightfall happens, it's going to be an entirely different animal.
Absolutely. And the cool thing about this prison is that it started out as a tuberculosis hospital that they called the SAN. And you talk about tuberculosis, one of the most contagious and deadly diseases in American history. You're talking about almost everybody from the state of Pennsylvania traveling here to this mountaintop to be quarantined and to live within this compound, to be treated and hopefully cured of the deadly disease tuberculosis. And then after that, they turned this building into a hospital, state hospital for the mentally ill. You think about the energy and the souls that are left behind from that. And then you move on from that, and then in 1987, they opened this up as a medium security prison. And this housed some of the most dangerous people in the state of Pennsylvania, including serial killers.
I think it's going to be an interesting night, especially given, all of the history of the place, that none of them ever recorded like very good administration or staff. It was always poor treatment when all of the different facilities were here.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy if you think about it, a stain on this land, a stain on these buildings.
Hello.
Yes, that's me.
Hello. This is Jason here with Paranormal Quest. How are you doing this evening?
Good. Who did you say this was again?
This is Jason from Paranormal Quest.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
Well, we're actually just to let you know, we're actually sitting here in one of the housing units, and I understand that you actually done some time here at SCI Crescent.
Yeah, I think it was May or April of '98. I went to Crescent. When I first walked into the place, it amazed me. It was so non-prison looking. Crescent was the only prison in the state that actually had trees within the fence.
Wow.
Crescent was just a whole different world. While I was there, I did learn some of the history of the buildings. The first building that was actually built on that property was what is now F Block. That was the housing unit for mentally challenged inmates that worked in controlled lockup. And the original part of the building was actually Andrew Carnegie's hunting lodge.
Wow.
And that's how the state came across, its ownership of that building. Andrew Carnegie gave it to the state. Like it says, except for the handful of buildings that were built specifically when it became a prison, they were all from all that era. That chapel was just, I would send pictures of that people I knew outside, and they couldn't believe that that was in a prison.
It's a beautiful chapel.
Yeah, it is. It was built, what, in 1918 or thereabouts, 1914.
Is there any episodes of really violent encounters that maybe you perhaps witnessed that, obviously not going into details, anything that you're willing to talk about that you did witness here? And if so...
Yeah, I remember standing waiting to get in the shower and just, casual chit-chat with the guy next to me. And he just said, you can go ahead of me. And I go in, and I'm in the shower, and then I see him come in. He actually gets in the shower next to me. I see like 2 or 3 guys standing in front of his shower, like they were talking to him. And the next thing I know, they rush into the shower, and he comes out. He literally looked like somebody poured a bucket of red paint over his entire body when he came out of that shower. And they stabbed him up real bad. He collapsed out on the pier, and then they took him out. They locked us down for like a week, and real police came in and investigated. They were looking at blood droppings all over the floor, and that was probably the worst I've seen.
I would like to ask you, I remember you had made a mention of at least one of the chaplains felt that there was an evil, some type of evil that hanged over Crescent.
Yeah, a lot of people would talk about this, things that, he said when he would come in there that, you could feel like an evil pall over the whole facility. I knew there was a guy I knew, he was a lifer. Him and one other guy were cellies all the time, and I was just like real good friends with these guys. And then one day he comes to my door, and he knocks on my door, and he goes, "Hey, I got my Z code, which is a single cell." I says, "All right." He goes, "I already talked to the COs. It's going to happen in a couple days." And then they come back to my door, and he says, "Hey, if I lose my Z code again, would you want to sell up with me?" And I'm thinking, sure, why not? So he got his Z code, and they moved him to another block. About a year or 2 later, he did lose his Z code, and they put somebody in his cell, and within a week, he killed that guy.
Wow.
Now, the guy, there was an issue that this guy wasn't all that great of a guy, and I keep thinking in the back of my mind, wow, that could have been me. And somebody told me he would come to the office and tell them, "I want that guy out of my cell, or I'm gonna kill him." And he did. But then the chaplain made a point that there was some evil that took him over. You can just feel the evil in the place.
Okay, the sun has just set, and now it's time for us to tackle SCI Crescent. I mean, it was already spooky in the daytime, but obviously as it's gotten darker, it's a different animal.
It's like literally pitch black right now. The only lights we have right now are the 2 lights that Ryan and Dave are holding, and not even anything from the moon. It's really, really overcast, so it's different.
So what do you say, guys? Time to investigate this place?
Heck yeah, let's do it.
Let's go lights out.
Let's do it.
All right, so we are headed inside what we believe to be from the tuberculosis hospital and the Days of the Mental Hospital. We're not going to investigate in here. We're dropping off a trail cam to see if the trail cam itself will actually pick up any movement or anything while we are in the medical building, a completely separate building. So, okay. All right, and it is Steve and I. So Steve and I are gonna be hitting medical together, but.
All right, so Jason and I have separated from Ryan and Steve. We're actually getting ready to head into the D building right here, which is one of the newer housing units that were kind of like pods, right?
Right.
And then in a little bit, we're going to be going over to Building A, which is one of the more traditional cell blocks, and which is in one of the old tuberculosis buildings. You ready to do this?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right.
This is creepy, dude.
Yeah.
I got a bad feeling right here.
Yeah, these hallways are freaking ominous.
Oh yeah, man, I got chills right now. Ooh. Yeah, I got there's like a blast of energy around me right now.
Yeah, it's like right behind me. Hello? We literally just walked into this building.
Yeah. Man, it literally sent chills right up my spine. That was nuts.
My name's Steve. My buddy Ryan. Our other friends Dave and Jason will be around the property too. We mean no disrespect, no harm. We're just here to communicate with anyone.
Oh, what was that?
It's really bad.
It was up a little bit further. That sounded like something slamming.
Yeah. We're just here to communicate with anyone.
Oh, what was that?
Hello? We're not officers, we're not inmates. We're here with permission from the new property owners. Could you make that sound again? Yeah, that was pretty intense.
Yeah, it was crazy because what did I say as soon as I was like, I have chills?
Yeah.
And then as soon as I, like literally 30 seconds after we felt chills, there was that loud slamming
Like
sound.
a thud almost.
Yeah, so it just goes to show you when you have a feeling, you just have to go with your gut.
Heck yeah.
Okay, let's set this up and get out of here.
Cover this hallway.
This is eerie, man.
This is nuts.
It's so quiet.
It's very quiet. You want to head up to the second level?
Yeah.
I haven't been up there yet.
Yeah, let's go up there.
Whoa.
Did you hear that? I heard metallic. It's right next to you.
Yeah. Is there somebody in cell number 2 there? We're going to be heading up to the second tier here, so if anybody wants to come and speak with us, that's where you'll find us.
Something cold on my left, back of my left arm.
Did you?
Yeah. It's cold on the back of my left arm. Guys, my name is Jason. This is my buddy Dave. I know this may seem a little weird, but we're coming in here just to kind of talk with you and, maybe visit for a little bit. We ain't officers and we aren't inmates.
Am I going up?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was. As soon as we heard that noise over there, it's cold on my left arm.
All right, so we are getting ready to go inside of the medical building. Now, the thing about the medical building is it was not just used when this was a prison. Even though it did take care of the health care of the inmates, what it also was used for was the tuberculosis hospital. This is one of the original buildings from 1912. And it also was used during the years when this was a state hospital for the mentally ill. So there's a lot of history with this. a lot of reasons for paranormal activity in here. So Steve and I are going to hit this first. We'll see what happens. Whoa.
Yeah.
This is X-ray right here.
It's almost too quiet.
Yeah.
Hello? We're not from around here. Hear that? It's the second time I heard that little metallic clicking sound.
Let's walk down here a little bit further away from the door and see if we still hear it.
Yeah. That was weird.
Yeah, wow, it's so dark in here, man.
It is very dark in here.
I can't, that's why I'm moving so slow. I can't see nothing. Spooky. Really creepy.
We're going to be going down to the first floor again.
What?
That I heard something right before he said that.
So any one of you boys, follow us down here to the table, because we want to have a chat with you.
Ooh. These are kind of weird. These have beds.
Yeah.
Must have been like treatment rooms or something.
Yeah.
Do you want to set up right here real quick and see if we can get any activity?
Yeah, let me set this right here.
Oh, I've got cold chills so bad.
I seen something behind you before you said that.
Really?
Guys, now we don't come in here with no disrespect. We don't care what brought you here. We're just here just to talk to you right now. Guys, you see what I have here? I've got some smokes. If someone comes down here and speaks to Dave and I'll leave one of these here for you.
If you want one of those smokes, go touch that red light over there on your table.
Rolling EVP session, Crescent. Steve and Ryan downstairs. Setting this down for that buzzer ball to go off. What was that?
What'd you hear?
Sounded like movement right behind me. If that's you and you want to come in here, I just set a little black box down on this table. And what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you questions, or Steve and I are going to ask you questions, and then we're going to play it back and see if we can hear your voice.
We're not officers or inmates. We're just visitors. We're here with permission. We mean no harm, no disrespect. We just want to communicate with you if you want to.
I'm sure there were some pretty tough inmates, pretty tough convicts in here. So if you're here, come down and talk to us. Ooh.
Hello there.
Thank you for doing that. That was strange.
Did you see that light up like that? Did you hear it?
What were these rooms used for with the beds? Were you being treated here or punished here?
thought I just heard a voice. Like a moan or something.
That wasn't me.
Were you here when this was the sand? Or are you here from when this was a prison?
How long you been here, Crescent? How long have you been down?
Dude, I have cold chills so bad. Come on out, guys. We know for the longest time that you wanted just for somebody to listen to you. So here we are. Come talk to us.
Do you miss your homes, your families? I'm kind of getting that vibe that a lot of people here are homesick. We feel for you. It's honest truth.
Okay. I want to live review this real quick.
Oh, yeah.
EVP session, Crescent. Steve and Ryan downstairs.
Oh, wow. I'm feeling something like crazy right here.
We not allowed up here?
Are you feeling that?
I've been feeling something. Look, Dave and I, we don't know, but you have to tell us.
Are you feeling that?
I've been feeling something a little bit.
Are you feeling that?
I've been feeling something a little bit.
Dude, there's something here with us.
Maybe a couple.
Yeah.
Sound like movement.
Might get to the post.
If that's you and you want to come in here, I just set a little white box down on this table. And what we're going to do.
What the heck was
What was
that?
that? That was right here behind me.
What was that? Hello?
Something literally just moved behind you.
It's like something got thrown.
Yeah.
Did you throw something? Could you do that again, please?
Little white box down on this table. And what we're going to do.
What the heck was
What was
that?
that? That was right here behind me.
And what we're going to do.
What the heck was
What was
that?
that? That was right here behind me.
Dude, the energy right here is freaking crazy.
Really?
Every hair on my body is standing up. Can you roll that thing right towards me?
This is, I think, coming up on the last question here, and so far nothing that I could tell, but like you said, Steve,
You miss your homes, your families.
could always find something on the computer. Better speakers, headphones.
Kind of getting that vibe that a lot of people here are homesick. We feel for you. A lot of people here are homesick.
I know know if you can hear this. Do you hear a woman's voice? After you finish Homesick.
There's something there.
Yeah, it's like
there's definitely something there.
It sounds like a woman's voice, like, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, I got chills.
Yeah.
There's something
They're
there.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I've got pins and needles all over me right now, dude.
I think I missed it again. Yeah, it sounds like a woman going, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I've got pins and needles right now.
That's nuts.
A lot of people here homesick. A lot of people here homesick.
It sounds like a woman goes, yeah. Oh god.
Man, let's hit record on that.
Yeah.
Ma'am, whoever answered us when we asked if you were homesick, we feel horrible. Is there anything maybe we could try to do for you? We can't guarantee you that we can. We would like to do what we can to help. Maybe leave us your name, first and last name.
And I'll leave you. Oh yeah, you can play with them both. Where'd you go?
Down here. Yeah, I mean, for a second I thought they were trying to flank us.
Dude, that was one of the craziest energies I've felt in a long time over there. Dude.
There's somebody down there, man.
Oh yeah, I told you. Well, obviously, but that energy there was nuts.
Yo, over here, man. You see us?
Dude, I'm really freaking out.
Oh, we're not alone.
No.
There's no reason it should be going off.
No, dude, and even with the other one going off.
Something there. Okay. Yeah, that's not ominous or anything.
Right? Yeah, these are some cells from the MHU. Ooh. Look at that.
Oh yeah. Wow.
What is this?
What in the hell is this?
Damn, dude, is this how they showered them?
Oh, looks like it.
What the hell? I didn't even see them. Literally put them in a cage to give them a shower. That is insane.
I'm holding this in my hand. You can answer me or Jason by talking to this. Or by lighting up the ball over there for yes, like you have been doing. Are you upset that we're in here? Okay, if you're upset that we're in here, go to the other brighter red light and make that one go off and we'll leave.
Obviously, you've heard that we're up here and we're not very quiet walking. Like downstairs up here, we mean no harm, no disrespect. We're not inmates, we're not officers, we're not doctors, we're not medical staff. We're just visitors. I'm actually from West Virginia. Ryan's from West Virginia. We're here with permission. And we would just like to make communication with anyone who wishes to make communication with us. You guys okay with that?
Dave and I may duck out here in a minute. We're going to head down to the A building down there, A unit. Like I say, you can come and go as you please. You don't got to worry about it. Follow us if you want. Down to A.
I thought I heard something down here.
Yeah.
What did they do up here on this floor? Why did they lock you up here?
Do you miss your homes, your families? There's a couple people.
Whoa.
What flashed?
I don't know, but I just heard movement down here on this end of the hallway.
I always thought I saw one of the lights of the IR on the extender.
Flash?
Blink. Like one of them.
I don't
It
know.
might have just been me blinking. I don't know. That was weird.
I heard like
At the same
metal
time.
on metal impact down here on this end of the hallway. Hello? Can you slam one of these doors for us so we can see that you're here?
Can you rattle one of your doors? You do realize your doors are open. You don't have to stay in your cells or your rooms, whatever you want to call them.
So Dave and I, we just left the D unit, and here we are at A unit, at the A housing unit. And this is, we believe, one of the original TB buildings. So this is going to be interesting, having both that history, likely psych history, and of course, being part of the prison. So about to go in here and see if the strangeness continues. You ready?
I'm ready. Hopefully this one is as active as the last place was.
Let's,
How's your batteries looking?
well, this is down to 17 minutes of battery, so we're going to have to run to the car and get another. What other building did we say we wanted to hit?
That big one right in front of the car.
Okay, yeah, the admin.
Let me get out and get some. I'm thirsty. I need to get something to drink.
Get a drink of water and some fresh batteries.
Yeah.
That was cool, though.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so Jason and I are getting started here. We are in building A, and Jason is doing some live listening. Whoa. Right above us. Whoa. Whoa. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Dave, and that's Jason over there. And we're just here to talk with you. Can you come out and speak?
Anyone that can hear us, my buddy Dave and I here, we don't mean you no harm. We understand it may be strange for people like us to come in and want to talk to you, but we have nothing to hide. We want to just talk for a minute.
All right, Steve, you ready to head inside? Here we're in the admin building now. I've not even been in this building
Me
yet.
either. So it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, and literally just opened up this. We weren't sure if this was going to be unlocked, so we didn't start filming yet, but it is. You got to go in through these big barred doors. This was also one of the original tuberculosis buildings. 1912, I believe, is when they built this. To be used as, whoa, what's that? Cobwebs. I got spider webs on my arm right now. It's in the middle of the room. Why would there be spider webs right here?
Check around. Flashlight. Just in case. Don't see anything.
There's nothing.
No.
Oh, it moved my face now, and I didn't even move. Do I have anything on my face?
I don't see anything.
This is crazy. It's like spiderweb charge. I literally thought I just walked through a spiderweb. Whew.
Where we go? Where do you want to go?
Like, look. Look at the hair on my arm.
Yeah.
Standing up.
It's crazy.
I don't know what way I want to go.
Dave and I should be able to hear you if you can give us a knock or perhaps speak very loud for us. What year is it for you?
And the battery camera just shut off.
Are you serious?
Yeah. But that's weird because it had over half an hour.
It's getting drained. I'm telling you, it's battery drained. It's seriously battery drained.
Like it's completely dead.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I can tell you, it's battery drained. Something it's.
They brought them here to try and cure them, but obviously, you know, up until the 1960s, that really wasn't something that.
It's a place to help them be comfortable.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah. Wait, listen. Hello?
I just had a cold brush of air right past my face.
Yeah, I feel that. Or I felt it.
We can hear you down there.
Cold breeze right there. Wow. Check this window. Let me check something. Are you in here? Did I just feel you? Whoa, man. I just felt a cold breeze like the window was open.
They're not?
No, and it came, it came right through this
room.
And it felt on the back of my left arm. I thought the window was open. That's how strong it was.
That was back here, behind that camera. Hello?
Greetings.
You can come down here and talk to us.
Mm-hmm. My name's Steve. My friend Ryan. Again, we're just visiting here. But we'd love to meet you, if you're okay with that.
If you're on this floor with us, can you please make a loud knocking sound so we can come find you? Can you please make a loud knocking sound so we can come find you?
You okay, man?
Literally, something just tickled my neck.
Here, let me see the camera.
Oh my god, I was spinning around because I was about to walk out there. It felt like something went right on the side of my neck.
Oh my god.
Hello? That was really weird, man.
Yeah.
That has me a little bit fried out.
Do you like Dave?
Come out and meet us, please. We can't guarantee that we'll hear you or see you. But just us being able to feel that you're here or see a sign that you're here would be amazing.
What was that? Did you hear that?
What was that? It's just us being able to feel that you're here or see a sign that you're here would be amazing.
What was that? Did you hear that?
What was that?
It sounded like something right before you talked. It sounded like something was like moving right here.
It's a thing people need to always remember is, again, we're in almost total darkness, so when something like that happens, it's an attention getter.
Yeah. Here, we'll show. That's what the room looks like that we're in. Moving the camera back and forth, you can't even tell. You are here.
Oh, that's not creepy or anything.
What's that?
What's wrong?
Well, what the heck?
It's just literally paint chips all over the floor, but the chairs are lined up perfectly.
Yeah, that wasn't planned. We found out where some of the draft might be coming from.
Yeah, these windows are open.
That was creepy, man.
That was creepy. I don't really necessarily know if I like that something was tickling my neck.
Yeah. Well, like you said, unless it was a TV patient, but if it was an inmate, they're either being real creepy or maybe that's how they're showing you that they're dominant.
Maybe.
I don't know. But that's creepy.
Yeah.
All right, so we just met back up and Dave and I are going to get the trail cam. It was weird because when Steve and I were in here earlier, it was like something slammed and there was a strong energy in here.
We're just here to communicate with anyone.
Oh, what was that?
Hopefully the trail cam picks something up. It's the first investigation where we've used this, and what a better place for that.
Right.
Up a floor? Or
No.
just this floor?
Just this floor.
This place, this is so creepy.
It is.
Hello?
Yeah, the trail cam is just a little way, just a little bit further down.
Ooh, man, there.
Yeah. That's why we set it up here, because we literally walked through here and it was just like, it was thick with energy in here.
Yeah.
Thick with energy.
Let's get this camera and go get the other two guys.
Okay.
And get back down here because I think something's gonna go off.
In here?
Yeah.
Okay. But this was at 12:47. So this would have been
An hour ago.
like an hour ago. It kicked on and recorded. Look. Nothing apparently. I thought I saw something there though. What would have caused it to trigger though? There was no way to know until we got home and reviewed the audio recorder that we had set up with the trail cam. We matched up the timestamps on the video, and right as the trail cam triggered, hearing that audio clip leads us to believe that someone or something was inside of Building F. We're hesitant to blame an animal for these noises because this audio recorder was set up near the trail cam for nearly 2 hours. And this was the only time the sounds of movement were heard. For 2 hours, all you can hear are instances of paint chips,
breaking free from the wall and falling to the floor. The only other interesting occurrence happened just 2 minutes before Dave and I came back to retrieve the trail cam, and it sounds like a door closes somewhere near the recorder. Something triggered this to record at 12:45, though. What it is, I don't know.
We'll have the voice recorder.
Yeah, voice
Hopefully.
recorder was in there. We'll get it up on the big screen at the office and
we'll see what we see.
See what it is.
I do not like this hallway.
Did y'all just whistle?
Mm-mm.
Did anyone else hear that?
No.
Did y'all just whistle? Did y'all just whistle?
No.
I just very clearly heard it.
Well, I heard movement farther back behind us.
Oh, that's weird.
Not a whistle.
Setting up REM pod down the hallway here.
Get some cat balls.
Yeah.
Cat balls in up behind it.
Okay. Whoa.
Whoa.
Already.
Yeah.
You can touch that. If there's someone there with Jason standing beside him, and you see that red light there, touch that red light again for us.
That was very strange.
Do you not hear that?
No, what do you hear?
There's been movement twice.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't hear it.
It had to.
Whoever's behind me, come down here beyond me, down there to the red light in the middle of the hallway. And if you would please, reach down and maybe touch that device or maybe put your foot on top of it. Step on it.
Steve and I were in here a little bit ago and we heard a really loud sound. It sounded like someone slammed a door or moved something in one of the rooms. Can you do that again for us? What was that?
What's that?
Second time.
Yeah, it sounds like shuffling down at the end of the hallway here. What was that?
What's that?
The energy in here, though, is so strong.
It feels like something could just pop off at any moment.
Yeah.
We talked to a gentleman earlier who used to be an inmate here, and he said that one of the chaplains talked about there being an evil force here at Crescent. A force that made people do bad things. Is there a force here that makes people do bad things?
You guys feel that cold air? Just came right left or right past me towards you guys. I've got pins and needles all over my body right now. As soon as you started asking that question.
It definitely feels cooler around me.
Are you the evil that the chaplain was talking about?
You okay?
Were you okay?
That's the third freaking time today, man. Something just
You serious?
ran its finger right up my leg.
Whoa.
You okay? Okay. It might have been a paint chip or a flash of from, I don't know, in that doorway right there to the left. When you turned around and looked at Dave after he reached down for his foot, I don't know if I saw like a flash of white about 3 to 4 feet off the ground right in the doorway.
Was it as soon as I turned the light on?
Yeah, that's what caused it. I mean, that's what.
You say?
But it was in the doorway.
Like the light let you see what that was there.
Yeah, I tried to.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna try.
Hey, Ryan, you were.
Yeah,
Ryan will be in the
I think you were standing right there.
Just so we can.
And you were maybe one step over this direction.
Explain.
Yeah, kind of like that. So I done this. That's exactly what I was doing.
You're like just like that. I didn't see it when you did it that time. It would have been right about this level, about this far into the doorway. It's just like it's just white movement. Wasn't even like a light per se.
It was just lighter than the darkness.
Yeah, it was an ash color. It went, like that.
After you got touched.
That's freaking creepy. I don't know if we picked it up. I know I saw movement.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like an LED.
We'd like to take a couple minutes of your time and talk to you. Is that okay? If it is, try and pick up that red light down there. What was that? Was that you, Steve?
No,
he didn't move.
It was right there.
Yeah, it was literally right next to me.
Yeah.
Right here in the door.
Whoa. If it is, try and pick up that red light down there. What was that? What was that? Was that you, Steve?
No,
he didn't move.
It was right there.
Yeah, it was literally right next to me.
Yeah.
Right here in the door.
Whoa.
If that chaplain was right, and there's an evil here, do your worst. There's only 4 of us here, we can't see you. Yeah, it's probably wrong to taunt. But we keep hearing at these places that there's always this dark and this malevolent, this, nasty energy or entity. Now's your chance to let us know that you exist, that you're here. Don't find that disrespectful. It's called curiosity.
Dude.
Yeah?
Something was just tapping on.
I heard that. Like tap, 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 tap.
Yeah, it was like thump, 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 thump.
I heard that.
Ooh, man. I just got chills and like that feeling again is back.
Ryan's down there by himself.
It's right behind you.
I think that was Ryan. Was that you, Ryan?
What'd you hear?
It's behind you.
That was back this way.
Mm-hmm.
A dragging sound.
Yep.
No, I didn't move.
It's right behind you.
That was
Hello down there.
that was Ryan. No. That was behind me.
Dude. Something just knocked right on this door. Who's knocking on this door right here? I just heard you. You tapped on it like 3 or 4 times. Very slowly, different. Whoa.
I'm so on edge.
I'm coming back.
Okay. Yeah, dude, that was
That dragging noise lasted probably at least a couple moments. I mean, that was loud.
What is that?
I just felt
What you
something.
got? Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Holy crap. There was
something flew through us.
Dude, there was like a. Oh, there was a flash of light down there. There was?
Oh, man.
What happened?
I felt that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was
Something-
freaky, 'cause we all three reacted to it at the same time.
Like I still got pins and needles.
What did you feel?
Well, it was like I was over here, but it just felt like I went to turn around and it was just like this whoosh.
Mm-hmm.
This whole area, as you came down this way, somebody just went right down this way.
And
It was crazy.
It was one pinpoint of sensation. Felt like static electricity.
Yeah.
Right here on my eyelid, which is so random.
Yeah.
But that's what I felt when you done this, and it was like static electricity right on my eye. That's what I felt.
And just before that, we heard a very loud dragging sound down that way.
Wow.
Dude, that
It was like,
I heard you say you heard the dragging
it was
sound.
loud.
well, I thought it was you.
No, I didn't move.
That was hands down the weirdest. Like
Yeah. That was pretty.
that was like a wave of energy that hit me, and then both of you guys. That is freaky. And I went to turn like this, and it just boom.
It's like someone ran through us.
Did you just pull my shirt?
Did not move my hand. No.
Dude, something literally just went on the back of my shirt.
Who is here with us? Whoever is here with us, we feel you. Make a sound like this.
I promise you, I did not touch your shirt. I believe you.
Because there's only so many things that can happen this direction before I turn that camera around this way.
That literally, like, turn around.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, and I'm not joking. It was like,
Wow.
like it was like,
Holy crap.
did I do something to upset somebody? This is crazy, you guys. Like, I'm like, I'm floored.
I still have pins and needles all over my body. It's not stopped at all.
I would say this is definitely the building to come to if you come to Crescent.
Yeah, F is definitely pretty charged.
And we're on the main level.
Yeah.
It was definitely a tension getter, but I almost feel not lightheaded, but just seasick or something.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily like the way that felt.
Mm-mm.
It was so weak.
It was so fast.
It was so fast.
Why are you getting EMF? There shouldn't even be electricity in this building. Is there electricity coming from that panel box?
Shouldn't be.
No.
Wow.
That was weird.
That was strong. Yeah.
I could see that all the way from here.
I could hear it.
Yeah. Steve had an EMF spike on the EDI meter right down there. Come on, we were talking earlier about how the chaplain actually used to say all the time that he felt an energy in here that was evil. He felt an energy in here that was bad. Not necessarily in this building, but on the property of Crescent. Is that true?
What if that's what that was? That's what I think it was. Just that, at least the negative stuff.
Yeah.
As soon as I said earlier, show us your words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As soon as I said, I'm like, ugh.
Oh, I forgot you said that.
Wasn't
Yeah,
exactly
I don't
that.
feel it's, yeah. I don't care to mess with it.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly my best decision in life.
Well, you feel, if you think about it, the amount of dark energy that this property has seen, the amount of death from the SAN, from the tuberculosis sanatorium, the amount of negative energy probably from the mental hospital.
It's like a breeding pool for it.
And then immediately, yeah, and then this besides when apparently Andrew Carnegie had a hunting lodge here, but after he gave it to the state, this land was used for nothing good. It was all tragedy, death, disease, illness, and incarceration.
And one right after the other.
One right after the other, after the other. I am getting ready to start packing up all the gear here out by the car. They went over to set up for an SD session over in the RHU. We literally only have like 20 minutes left before we have to be leaving Crescent. So there's absolutely no way that one of us doesn't have to stay back and pack this gear up. So I'm not sure if Dave's staying in there with them when they do it, or if Dave's coming back here to help me, but we'll find out.
Okay, rolling on that. You've got everything over here you need? Yes. Okay. I am leaving. I'll flash my light out. Okay. I got my phone out so I can keep track of the time.
Okay.
Good luck. All right, Dave's leaving. For anyone here, CO or inmate, my name is Steve.
What is that?
Over there in the restraint room, the room that has the concrete platform with the metal looped tie-down loops. My friend Jason's over there in the cell block on the concrete platform. In that cell. We assume that's for like the inmates that were the hardest ones to control, the ones that were out of their wits. They were angry, they were mean. Can one of you go over there in that cell with my friend Jason and give him your name? Just so you know, he nor I, we're not law enforcement, we're not corrections officers, we're not even from Pennsylvania. But we'd like to learn more about you. There's also some devices over there in that cell, next to him. If you touch any of those devices, they might light up. They might make a sound. It's another way we'll know that you're in there with him.
Did you get them all set up? Yeah. Okay. I got a camera rolling, by the way. Did they take the REM pod or no? They did. They took the REM pod, the EDI, and a cat ball.
Is it true that there were also serial killers incarcerated here? If so, who?
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I haven't really heard much of anything coming through this so far. I heard one thing, it sounded like, what is that or what is this?
Huh.
Have you heard anything out there?
Haven't heard a thing. It's 13 minutes till 4.
EDI is going off.
Oh, really?
Put the headphones back on.
homesick? You miss home? If you want to. Again, over there in the restraint cell, my friend Jason can potentially hear your voice. Maybe tell him the name of your town that you're from, or the state that you're from. We'd really appreciate it.
Heard a female voice nearby, inaudible.
So we're still packing stuff up here, and it's kind of weird because, you know, Jason was really freaked out after that last session because that energy literally went right through him.
A couple moments. I mean, that was loud.
Whoa. What you got?
I just felt something.
What you got? Did you feel that?
Yeah.
So it's very weird.
He was very apprehensive about that.
Yeah, he was very apprehensive about going into the RHU and doing this right after that experience in Building F. So, a lot of weird stuff tonight. This has been a really cool investigation. Crescent has been probably one of our favorites that we've done in a long time.
Come here.
Ow. There's a sharp pain in the side of my freaking head. It's like a pin, like a prick of a needle. Who caused that pain in the side of my head? We were going to tell Jason your name.
You taking the headphones off?
Okay. It's quiet.
All right, so we are all packed up here finally. Jason and Steve came out of the RHU.
Yep.
And even though the end of the night was a little bit quiet, we had some really creepy stuff early on.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, when you guys were in the cell blocks in D block. Ooh.
Hello there.
Are you feeling that?
I've been feeling something all a little bit.
Dude, that was one of the craziest energies I've felt in a long time over there. Dude.
There's somebody down there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of things.
A lot of things.
Starting to blur together.
Yeah, and Steve and I had those really intelligent responses in the hospital. Yeah, it sounds like a woman going, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
I've got pins and needles right now.
That's nuts. It sounds like a woman goes, yeah. Oh God.
Man, let's hit record on that.
Yeah. And then the entire event, all of the events that happened in the F building were just incredible.
Right behind you.
This whole area, as you came down this way, somebody just went.
That was like a wave of energy that hit me. And then both of you guys. That is freaky.
But we have everything packed up here. We're going to have to leave the campus.
Unfortunately.
And from here, we're going to hit the road and head home. So, but tell them what they have to do, Jason.
Hey, you know what to do. If you like this, share this episode with your friends and family. Hit like, subscribe, don't forget bell notifications, and stay tuned.